Lena Dunham said she wasn't shocked by MAGA's ascent because she has seen incredibly conservative and angry backlash to Girls. Lena Dunham's Girls, which tells the story of a group of affluent, self-centered friends in their 20s in New York City, was the talk of the town when it debuted on HBO in 2012. It received a lot of praise, criticism, and think pieces before becoming a landmark series and eventually a millennial woman's substitute for Sex and the City. Dunham recently addressed a different kind of response she encountered when Girls was airing, despite the fact that the creator and actress of the two-time Emmy-winning dramedy has already recognized some of the show's shortcomings, namely its lack of diversity. Dunham started a recent Girls Rewatch podcast episode by remarking, "I was always partially tuned into what people were saying. I knew that people would tell me what it meant to them, and I knew that there were people who were angry, but I also knew enough to know kind of the direction it was going. It was impossible to ignore." The maker of the recently released Netflix series Too Much clarified that a large portion of the outrage originated in alt-right groups. In fact, Dunham has already addressed the body-shaming and fat-phobic remarks made by viewers as part of the reaction against Girls. Many individuals said, "I'm so shocked by the way people are talking," when the voices of the so-called alt-right, MAGA, conservative, Proud Boys, or whatever group began to emerge. "I'm not," I said, she said. Those voices were in a comment section. I was experiencing those voices in 2012 when a lot of irate people, who appeared to be men, and some women, were using these extremely conservative terms to analyze the show. In spite of the fact that the series attempts to partly parody a certain kind of upper-middle-class, upwardly mobile reality, Dunham acknowledges and welcomes criticism from viewers who find the lifestyles of the show's eponymous girls to be flippant and absurd. "I always had a lot more respect for that," Dunham explained, but there was also a large contingent of conservative people who really looked at it as almost like evidence of a certain kind of moral decrepitude, and also made big judgments about our physical bodies, our sexualities. There were people in Brooklyn who found us annoying or liberal people who took issue with the show's access. Since it didn't seem surprising to me, it was fascinating to learn how much of a surprise it was to other individuals, even in 2016 or 2018.